Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. Today I would like to share a recipe with you that I got from my mother-in-law. I have made this cake on a couple different occasions and lately for my birthday. And so far everyone who had it gave me good opinions, good feedback. So today I'm sharing this recipe with you. It will have 3 layers, and in between those pieces of crust I will put mascarpone vanilla cream, and then on top melted chocolate and sprinkle it with some coconut flakes. You can sprinkle it with shredded almonds, whatever you prefer. Welcome to my kitchen and thank you for watching. Ingredients for today: for the dough, 3 cups of all-purpose flour, which is 400 grams, 1 stick of butter, 2 egg yolks plus 1 whole egg, 3 tablespoons of honey plus 1 tablespoon of water, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Simple to make. All you do is mix all the ingredients together. So flour with pinch of salt, 2 egg yolks, 1 egg, butter, sugar, that honey with water. It just makes the honey easier to spread. It is not so thick then. And 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then you work with it until you have the right consistency. All the ingredients are incorporated. And now we'll come closer to show you the consistency. Okay, dough is ready. It's mixed well and it's soft. Little sticky, but not that much. It doesn't leave marks on my hand or around the board. But it is soft and silky. Now I will need to divide this dough into 3 equal parts. Okay, so 3 equal parts. For me, it was 276 grams for each piece. And now I need to roll the dough out into 3 pretty much same or very similar rectangle shape pieces, and they need to be pretty thin. So for that reason, I will do it on a piece of baking paper. So that way I can just lift it up and get it on my baking sheet. Otherwise, the thin dough is very hard to take from the board into that baking sheet and it will fall apart. So this is just making my job a little bit easier. So I will roll it out to a rectangle. Oh, it's not going to be perfect at first. So whenever you have some pieces sticking out and it's not an equal shape, you just take it. Take some pieces out and stick them where you need them. It doesn't have to be exact, but pretty close to it. Okay, and one is ready for me. And you can see it's pretty thin. I will need to do the same thing with the other 2. And that's the part I told you about. The first time I've done it, I didn't think about it. So my dough fall apart. Now I just lift it, put it on the baking sheet. Voila, it's so much easier. Okay, and same thing with the other 2 now. Okay, my second one is ready. And to give you an idea, mine are about 11 inches long and about 8.5 wide. I want to make them the same. So when I layer it, I don't have to cut any pieces out and waste this beautiful cake. Okay, I got all 3 of them ready. Time to bake them. Okay, it should be around 15 minutes to bake. But again, every oven is a little bit different. So maybe 14, maybe 16. You just have to check on them. So my timer will be set to 14 minutes and then I'll pick and decide if it needs another minute or two. Okay, those are ready. And what I had to do to check halfway, because I had all three of them at the same time, and two of them were a little bit higher than the other one. Unfortunately, even that much space makes a difference. Had to do is actually switch those around. The top ones, much faster, much faster. I had to switch trays around and put the one from the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom. So pay attention to your oven if it doesn't distribute the heat evenly. Like I said, even this much height is a huge difference. I would burn them if I didn't check halfway. So now I have those ready, and what I need to do is wait until they cool off before I make the mascarpone cream and put the cake together. Now it is time for the cream. So I will have 250 grams of mascarpone cheese and also 250 milliliters of heavy whipping cream, 1 cup of powdered sugar, vanilla extract, and a little bit of vanilla sugar in it. And all you do is mix it all up. It will take about a minute and a half to maximum. It will be pretty quick. Once you notice that your mixer has a hard time spinning, the cream is getting thick, it's time to turn it off. So mascarpone, sugar, heavy whipping cream, and everything is cold out of the fridge. Vanilla extract. I bought vanilla extract once, and it took probably 1/8 of a bottle for one cake, which wasn't that concentrated. It was pretty fake. Okay, and all you do is mix it up. Start a little bit slower and then put more power into it. Okay, and again, it will be pretty quick. Once you see it thickening like this, then turn it off, so you won't overdo it and create butter out of it. And you can see it's pretty thick, but still easy to spread. I love the flavor of tiramisu, and mascarpone cheese goes really with tiramisu. So what I decided... Oh, I apologize, my microphone wasn't turned on, but what I did, I had a spontaneous idea this morning to add another layer of flavor, and what I did is took some coffee liqueur, which is pretty thick, mixed it with some half and half, and gently spread it on one of the pieces of that dough. That will give me another layer of flavor here, but it's just optional. If you have another liqueur that you like a lot, you can do the same thing with different flavors. Or just stick with the mascarpone cream and put it in between the layers here of that dough. But again, it's optional. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. Or if you have some favorite liqueur at your house, you can play with it and use the one you like. This cake is best the next day when all the flavors break through and the cream kind of gently folds into that dough. Okay, now I will put the second one on. And the same thing, gently spread that coffee liqueur on that dough. You don't want to have too much so it doesn't break, but enough to feel the flavor, to taste it. Okay, and the last layer. So the last thing to do is melt some chocolate so I can put it on top of that cake. When I use chocolate, regular chocolate, I like to use the one that's 50% dark. And then I would use the whole chocolate and put 3 tablespoons of half and half to it. If you don't have half and half, you can substitute it with butter and add to your chocolate. And then remember to mix it constantly so the texture of it is not bumpy, doesn't have any lumps in. Today, I'm not using that chocolate, I use almond bark. And with almond bark, I don't have to add nothing to it. Just cut it in smaller pieces on slow, mixing it until the texture is nice and smooth. And then turn it off, wait a little bit so it's not hot, and then put it on the cake and finish up. Okay, this is almond bark, so I don't need to add anything to it. You can see how smooth it is. Okay, once you have it warm but not hot, you can start putting it on top of that cake. Okay, so silky, beautiful. Okay, I have enough. Okay, I will spread it evenly and then coconut flakes will go on top. And again, if you want to use shredded almonds, maybe white chocolate, shred white chocolate on top of it. You can do whatever you think you like. These are a couple different options for you. But this is ready. It will just need to set. I will keep it out for a couple hours and then in the fridge overnight. This cake is best next day. And I can trim the edges to make it look nice and even. Thank you for watching. Bon appetit, smacznego. Enjoy that cake. And until next time. Smacznego, everyone.